welcome back to Premier League Prime Time. The big game at the weekend, Tottenham hosting Manchester United. I guess you could say this is a game where Manchester United fans like ourselves are looking forward to. Jose, how are you doing there, bro?
I'm doing pretty good, Davis. How about you?
I'm doing all right myself, but we cannot forget this lad that I've been wanting to get on the show for ages. I cannot stress enough how many times I would say, yo, when are you coming on? And he'd always say, oh, dang, I'm busy. But we finally got in. Connor, the legend himself, Connor Scott. How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, man. This has been a long time in the works.
Bro, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, man.
Well, let's get right into it. And I know a lot of you are probably saying, wait, where the hell is Andre? Andre, for whatever reason, like Youngman's son, he's gone missing. And he wasn't able to make it. So, in his absence, he gave us a little bit of some dialogue that he wanted me to say. So I'm going to pull that up. Yeah. There we go. Just gonna pull that up there. All right. So, crud. I know the camera's just not gonna choose to be flexible and show what's here. But anyways, Andre, this is what he has to say about Tottenham at the moment. He says, Spurs' defense is horrible. They can't hold on a lead to save their life. Rodon has been class at least, but there is no ambition in the team at the moment. If we win, it will be through Lamela heroics. And in parentheses, he says Lamela should be manager, by the way. He's still sucking off Lamela after that one game against United. After that, other than that one game and that one bloody Rabona, what is Lamela really done? Not that much, to be honest with you. But anyways, Davinson Sanchez has been shocking. Yes, he has. So I'm hoping for a Toby Alderweireld and Joe Rodon partnership at center back. After Newcastle have lost belief in our top four capabilities, Kane is going to be the first player to get most goals and most assists in a single season. And if one still doesn't think he deserves player of the season, then they are deluded. That's probably aimed at me. Prediction is Tottenham 1, Manchester United 3. Wow. A bit interesting. Very, very interesting. Connor, I'll start with you. What did you make of what Andre had to say there?
He had some right points. I feel like Tottenham's defense is terrible, and he's definitely right about that. I think Eric Lamela is garbage as well. So besides what you said, the Rabona and the United game, he's got nothing going for him. I think his prediction's not too far off, honestly. 3-1 United, that seems like a reasonable scoreline. Even after the 6-1, whatever, it's a past. Moved on. Team is stronger now. Even though Martial's still injured, I feel like we'll be all right without him.
Yeah, I think for Man United fans, I think this is, and especially if we put in a good performance against Granada at the weekend or during the week in the Europa League, hopefully Oli will actually give Rashford a break for once, and he'll let him rest and let Dan James, Sonic the Hedgehog, run around a little bit, and do some world-class pressing as we know he can do. Jose, over to you. What did you make of what Andre had to say? Do you think one is deluded if they think Harry Kane shouldn't be given player of the season?
No, I think that there's arguments for other players because of Tottenham's position in the table. I think that you have to look at players who I think there's a strong argument for Kane because of his the sheer numbers that he has, but I think you also have to look at the fact that Tottenham are 6th or 7th in the table this season, and I think that more players should be looked at from teams that are 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, the ones in the Champions League positions at least. More of those players should be looked at for player of the season than just someone who's closer to mid-table than to the top spot.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And everybody knows, for the people who've been watching my show, and I just think most Premier League fans will most likely know who my candidate for PFA Player of the Year is, and I think it's. I mean, people say Kevin De Bruyne is up there, Mo Salah. That's an absolutely not. If Trent Alexander-Arnold is even near contention for best right back of the 2021 season, then just please get out. But yeah, it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is, in my opinion, he's the best all-around player in the Premier League, in my opinion. Whether people will say that I'm deluded or not, it's all up to them. Connor, who do you think is worthy, or who do you think should be getting PFA Player of the Year?
Bruno Fernandes, absolutely. I think Harry Kane has not been able to. He's been carrying Tottenham, but to sixth place. Like it's not enough Player of the Year.
Yeah, 100%. If Tottenham are finishing in top four, that's a different story. For me. But Harry Kane, Youngmin Son. If they got any ambition, they should go, in my opinion. Tottenham. We all know what we all know. Certain things don't go together. Some people may say pineapple and pizza. That's maybe up for a debate or whatnot. But one thing that definitely doesn't go together as of right now are Tottenham and trophies. And no, Tottenham fans, the Audi Cup does not count as a bloody trophy. It just doesn't. Anyways, getting back to the Manchester United point of view on this. Jose, I'll start with you. What does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer need to do in order to prepare for this game? In terms of, we probably know what formation he's going to go with. He'll stick with that 4-2-3-1. In terms of personnel, what does he need to do in order to help us win this game?
I think he just needs to perform again like he did against Man City. I think that if we play that way, if we play the same way we did then, like it's going to be against another solid defensive team. Well, not solid defensive team, that's not what I mean, but like a team that is going to sit very defensively all game and then look to hit us on the break with Son and Kane. So I think that it's going to be. I think it might actually be difficult to break them down, even though they have a good defense. So I think that we need to play it like we did against Man City, and I think we're gonna be okay if we do that.
You sure about them having a good defense?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not that they have a good defense; it's that they play very defensively.
Yeah. I think anybody who knows Jose Mourinho as a manager, and I know Andre doesn't like it when I pick out Jose Mourinho and Tottenham, but that guy just will not change. He says he'll change, but he doesn't change. He was picking Eric Dyer forever for gosh knows how long. As a United fan, I hope he picks Eric Dyer ahead of the game, because that would just be lovely for hopefully Marcus Rashford to maneuver around. That'd be brilliant. And Connor, I'll go over to you. Same question. What does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer need to do in terms of personnel wise if we're going to beat Tottenham at the weekend?
I think he should not take any risks at all. Play it not play it safe exactly, but just play what he normally plays as far as personnel.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't start Dan James. Don't start Van de Beek. Don't start Diallo. Stick with the regulars.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll have a good shot.
So you're saying that we should, stick with Harry and Victor at the back, McFred, or do we throw Pogba in there? What are you saying?
I think Pogba, Fred, bring McTominay off the bench, Victor and Maguire in the back, Luke Shaw left back, of course, Bissaka right back, Bruno, Rashford, Greenwood, and then start Cavani, I guess. Yeah, what if Martial's out, so Cavani.
Yeah. Jose, would you say the same lineup, or would you change it up a little bit?
Yeah, I think the lineup we had against Brighton would be good. If you wanted to give someone like Rashford a break, I think that he honestly could do it in this game. Because I think that sometimes Rashford breaking teams down tends to give the ball away. Or he's just kind of frustrating in those games sometimes. I think if we play Pogba on the left mid, I know it's not his best position, but I think it might work in this game.
Please.
But even and the McTominay Fred might be good enough to stop the counterattack. So I wouldn't even mind that. It may end with a 0-0, but honestly, I think that we have a cushion. We have a cushion against Leicester right now, and we need to be focusing on the Europa League because we want to win that. So I think that if it's to give Rashford a rest, that wouldn't be the end of the world.
I mean, with some of the things I agree with you. I think Europa League we definitely need to focus on. I mean, for me, I think we need to focus on both. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for me, if for him to get that new contract, he needs to win Europa League. He needs to win a trophy of some kind, and top four. Yeah, we'll definitely get top four. But I mean, for me, looking at this game, Tottenham are kind of like a wounded animal if you think about it. Their defense. I mean, Andre said it. It's absolutely shocking at the moment. Maybe we should go for this game. Maybe Ollie should. I mean, I was 3 seconds away from saying playing Van de Beek, but people will start laughing because we all know that's gonna happen. But at the end of the day,
it would also be typical Mourinho to get a bunch of bad results and then get a really good result against a big side. So,
100%, 100%. But another question, something that I didn't really hear either of you mention, and Connor, I'll start with you. And yet again, the goalkeeping situation. Now, De Gea's come back, but Dean Henderson played against Brighton. I predict De Gea will play in the Europa League. Actually, do you think this is really marking the end of David De Gea's long and illustrious career at Old Trafford?
Absolutely, I think Henderson's our future in that. And I think De Gea is going to leave this summer. Maybe we'll bring in a young keeper to back up Henderson, but I think Henderson's going to be our starter from now on.
Yeah. And for me, it's a shame because David De Gea you could say for 2-3 straight seasons was the best goalkeeper in world football without argument. I don't even want to hear anybody throw out Manuel Neuer because during that time that guy was injured more times than none. So if anybody says Neuer, just get out. And Jose, over to you. What are you saying about the goalkeeping situation?
Yeah, I think that by next season, definitely, Henderson will be our number one. I think it's very unfortunate. I think that we should have given a lot more respect to David De Gea. I mean, he was the best goalkeeper in the world, and he basically stuck with us during one of our worst periods in history, and especially in terms of trophies. So I think that we need to give him a lot of respect. We should have given him a goodbye in the way he would have wanted, not just benching him because he had to go have a kid for the first time. I think that was a little bit low from us, but I think that Henderson is going to be good in the long term, so it'll be an okay thing in the end. But I wished we had respected De Gea more.
Should we start? Do you think Dean Henderson will start, or do you think he should start against Tottenham, or should it be? Should we?
I think you can make a case for either. It really doesn't matter. I think that whoever we pick is going to perform well. But the thing about Dean Henderson also is that he hasn't been tested in front of 75,000 fans like De Gea has. So when fans come back next season, we'll have to see how Henderson does under the pressure.
Yeah. My honest prediction is that I feel like whoever plays against Granada will be on the bench against Tottenham. And at the moment, Manchester United should never put themselves in this position anyways with Henderson and De Gea. One of them should have gone in the summer, and we should have kept the other one and said, all right, you're the number one, but yet again, a certain board made a brilliant decision and put Dean Henderson on about 140 grand a week. Yeah, 140 grand a week. We saw Romero's on about 80 grand a week, and Lee Grant. I honestly got no idea what Lee Grant's even doing at the moment. But yeah, Lee Grant, I don't really care about. Lee Grant's just chilling. So yeah. Anyways, into one of the closing segments of the show, and of course, whenever we're doing a matchup, we cannot have a matchup without our combined 11. Mr. Andre gave me his combined 11 here. And this is what he thinks the combined 11 should be. So In goal, he has Dean Henderson. Right back, Wan-Bissaka. Center backs, one of Maguire and Lindelof. And Joe Rodon is the other one. Left back, Luke Shaw. Thank you, Andre. Thank you for finally seeing sense. I appreciate it. Mr. Ravioli, aka Regulon, is not better than Luke Shaw. Thank you very much. In the middle, he has Pogba, Ndombele, and Lucas Lucas Moura. And then he has Rashford, Kane, and Son. I can already think of one massive thing wrong with that lineup. But anyways, I'm guessing we're all massively disagreeing with that lineup for an obvious reason. But anyways, let's get into our own combined 11 from the Manchester United perspective. Starting off in goal. Well, it's between Lloris, De Gea, and Dean Henderson. What are we saying? Pro, you're on mute.
Honestly, I'm gonna say Lloris.
Lloris.
Yeah.
What?
You
I
sure?
would go
Currently,
I
currently,
think
yeah,
I
currently. I feel
I
like
would
it's
go-
definitely
I would go either De Gea or Henderson over Lloris.
interesting.
Lloris is shocking at the moment.
I go Henderson by a mile.
Henderson.
Yeah.
I'll go. I'm fine with that. With Henderson. I'm not gonna argue
Henderson. Henderson, it is in goal. Right back, move on, Wan-Bissaka, Aurier. If Andre were here, he would probably say, "Oh, what about Tanganga? Tanganga can play right back." Yeah. Should we just say on to the center backs after that one, lads?
Yeah. Center backs Maguire, Lindelof. No Tottenham center backs again this team.
I do have to say the only one I would say or to give a shout is Joe Rodon, because Joe Rodon's been very, very good.
Yeah, but you look at how many goals Tottenham are conceding and how many goals we're conceding. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you can make the argument for Rodon, but Lindelof.
I was just thinking for the sake of balance, because I think for any Tottenham fan in a combined 11 to see Maguire and Lindelof take both center back slots, both of them would probably go into deep depression. So for the sake for their own mental health, I was maybe thinking just be nice and then throw Joe Rodon in there just to make them all feel better.
No mercy. They beat us 6-1.
That's a fact. And thinking about Lamella, yeah, you don't screw Tottenham, no mercy. Maguire, Lindelof will be at center back. Left back, Luke Shaw, move on. Don't even need to. No, Mr. Ravioli does not get into the lineup. AKA Regulon. Don't even say Ben Davies, and don't even say Danny Rose. Don't even say Danny Rose. Watching All or Nothing. That guy is probably still arguing with Mourinho in training, and whatnot. Anyways, into midfield. That
I would agree with Andre here. I would agree with Andre here. Pogba and Ndombele.
Yeah. Just those two players. I definitely agree. Pogba and I rate Ndombele. He's class. Connor, what are you saying for the two holding midfielders?
I agree with Pogba and Ndombele.
Yeah. Both are excellent in my opinion. They're very, very good. And Ndombele for me, has been one of Tottenham's standout players this season. He's been one of their only bright sparks this season. And into the more advanced midfielder, Andre said Lucas Moura. And of course, Lucas Moura is one of the best number 10s in the league. Of course, Lucas Moura has really just carried this Tottenham side throughout the season. And of course, if it weren't for Lucas Moura, and Tottenham would, be in a relegation battle. So going into this game, I'm saying, oh no, not Lucas Moura. Oh crap! How will our defense cope? It's clear that the player is missing. Who should be at the number 10?
Lucas Moore.
Yep, yes, sir. Screw that.
I don't
Bruno
know.
Fernandes.
I really hope that this is Andre's banter shout and not he doesn't actually believe this. I mean, this is the man who thought that Gareth Bale should go in over Saka last time on the
Yep.
preview. So it could be could be what he actually thinks. But I think we're gonna have to put Bruno in over Lucas Moura.
Yeah,
unfortunately for Andre.
It's not a debate.
Unfortunately,
It's not a debate.
Unfortunately, Lucas Moura has been world class at that number 10, but yeah, unfortunately, Bruno like just edges him out. I mean, we've both been pretty equal on ability. I honestly wouldn't mind a swap deal, Bruno for Lucas Moura. I think that's pretty fair. I wouldn't mind at the end of the day. So yeah, Bruno goes in at that number 10. Absolutely no chance. Lucas Moura gets in, and as Jose pointed out there, I think it was the North London derby. Yeah, he wanted Happy Gilmore, aka Gareth Bale, because he was scoring for like 4 games in a row back in over Bukayo Saka, who had been performing throughout the entirety of the season. Anyways, into the front three. And one thing we'll argue, for me, Harry Kane is just going right into this team.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the player that Tottenham will get, because he actually has been for the very most consistent throughout the season. And the 2 wingers, I knew Andre threw out Marcus Rashford and Heung-min Son, but I would argue Heung-min Son has not been as good as of recent, to be honest with you. We all know how good of a player he is. Don't get me wrong. He's one of the best attackers in the league. But has he really? Do you think Heung-min Son has had a big decline in form at the moment?
Yeah, I think he's dropped off.
Yeah,
I think he's dropped off, but I think that you have to look at his form over the entire season, and we all know what he's capable of. I think that he definitely can get it in the team, especially over someone like Dan James or Mason Greenwood. I think he's been way better.
I don't know. Dan James is the next Ryan Giggs, the Welsh Sonic, the Welsh Sonic.
I can agree with Andre here, and I would go Rashford, Kane, Son.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Any shot for Van de Beek? Oh wait, nope, he's dropped. Yeah, never mind that one. Or maybe McTominay. Nope. This isn't an Ollie and this isn't an Ollie dream team. Have you seen that meme where it's like a FIFA 21 like concept lineup, and it's like Ollie's dream team, and it throws out like all like prime icons. And then of course in the mix there's Maguire, and then there's McTominay, Dan James,
and Van de Beek on the bench,
and Fred. Oh yeah, that one too. Yeah, Van de Beek on the bench. Can't forget that one.
I have seen that. Yeah, it's a good one.
Predictions going. Score predictions.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go 2-0 United.
Okay.
I'm also going 2-0 United.
Okay. For me, I'm gonna go 1-1. I'm gonna go 1-1. Because
that's a fair shout.
I think Oli and Mourinho are just gonna, they're just gonna, they're gonna toxicate the hell out of Tottenham's new stadium, and they're both just gonna sit back, and they're both gonna settle for the point. I don't think.
Yeah, that's fair.
If it's another Tottenham thrashing, then I'm almost, I don't know what to say. I'll just
that won't be good for my mental health at all.
Me neither. And for everybody clearly saw how amazingly happy I was with Andre ranting the life out of that absolute horror show of a performance. I was watching that game with Andre, and when Son scored that second goal, him and Aurier were like doing like that stupid chicken dance, like, and my mental health was just was spiraling down the drain. It's absolutely spiraling down the drain. And then just seeing Aurier score, and then doing the stick the tongue out knee slide, that also just really that just really hurt my mental health. And then seeing Dele Alli come on and then actually work some magic just made everything worse. So, but you know what? What's the fear? Anything else to add on?
That's all from me. Thanks, Davis.
I want to hear your thoughts on the Eric Bailly situation.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We were going to talk about that.
Yeah.
No, you were telling me about it early before the show. You want to talk about Eric Bailly. Eric Bailly. My thoughts on Eric Bailly. I absolutely love Eric Bailly. I absolutely love him. People know what I think about Eric Bailly. He's just a really, really good Phil Jones, in the sense that he just gets injured all the time. But for me, a fully fit Eric Bailly is the best center back at our club by a million miles for me. Absolutely by a million miles. Bailly and Maguire is the ideal pairing. For that run of games in January where Victor the Vacuum was out injured and we had to play Bailly against, I think, Villa, Burnley, and then there was another game where we played Bailly in as well. I forgot who else it was, but it was like that run of games.
Oh, Fulham.
Was it? Yeah, Fulham. Yeah.
Yeah. Did Bailly also play against Wolves at home?
Wolves and Leicester too.
Yeah.
December. Yeah.
And for me, that pairing, one could say that's what literally brought us to the top of the league. That center back pairing. And since we've gone back with the amazing compliments of an even better compliment than salt and pepper, and ketchup and mustard, then, some of the world-class compliments, shampoo and condition, we got Maguire and Lindelof back. And Maguire and Lindelof compliment each other like a tea. They really do. It's lovely. But thoughts on the Eric Bailly situation. The reported news that Eric Bailly now doesn't want to sign a new contract because he fears Solskjaer will use that as a way to get more money out of him. And for me, I feel sorry for him. I really, really feel sorry for Eric Bailly. It really is a shame. And Jose, thoughts on the Eric Bailly situation?
Yeah, I also like him a lot. He does get injured a lot, so I think that he probably, if he wanted to leave, I wouldn't put it past him. But I think we can do better in terms of center backs. He's been very good for us, but he's very injury prone. So
Of the center backs that we have right now, assuming that we somehow don't get a center back in the summer, would you sign him to a new contract?
Yeah, I think that we would have to, because we really don't have any other choices.
Connor, over to you. Thoughts on the Eric Bailly situation?
I feel like I wouldn't be too sad to see him go, just because of how injury prone he is. He probably is our best center back if he is healthy, but he rarely ever is. So, and it's better for his own career as well as our success. I'd like to be able to get money out of him to be able to sell him to a club, but that's very unlikely in my opinion. So, yeah, I guess I'm okay with just letting him go.
Yeah, for me, if we don't get a center back, I'd sign him to a new contract. I really, really like Bailly, but yeah, if getting rid of him means getting a bit of money for him, maybe investing into that Koundé or somehow our wonderful owners pull out of the bag a Koulibaly or Varane, then yeah, I'm all in for it. Anyways, we've reached the end of our show. Thanks for watching for wherever you are. If you want to see more of this absolutely brilliant lad Connor, Scott, my guy, my G, you know the rest. Smash like on this video. and subscribe to the channel and check out our platforms down below and wherever you are watching this in the world. Have a great day / evening. And one last thing for Andre: if you lose, no bullshit Mourinho excuses.